It's only love in Wamu's world. It's only fun in Wamu's world. We got it all in Wamu's world. Let's go to Wamu's.
Hi guys, welcome to Wamu's World. It's been kind of a long week, I'll say that. Just once again, thank you guys for subscribing, liking, commenting, all of my old and new people. I love your support and thank you for everything. But yeah, it's just been, so I kind of had like, I don't know, was contemplating. I was like, should I like continue, doing Wamu's World, or should I stop? And I don't know, like I sometimes go through a back and forth thing, but it's like, I'm going to continue. I literally was like thinking about, I was like, I could just, focus on what I need to focus on and then come back. But I said this time, I think I'm really going to just keep on doing it, but really keep in mind that like I have these certain goals and stuff like that. And in essence, like Wamu's World is a goal too. Like there's something I do want to do with it, but it's just, I don't know. It's like sometimes I'm like, do I have enough time? Blah blah blah. But anyway, regardless of that, I do love doing Wamu's World. It's just like I have to make sure that I'm like consistent, and sometimes that can be a little difficult. And it's just, I don't know. I love it. That's the thing, is like that's why I can't like quit it. But yeah, I have a lot going on. Like it's basically like this week or next week I'm, moving out of Raleigh, and then I need to, so I'm just like packing. And then also I'm in school. I just went to my orientation last week. It felt, when I was there, because I haven't been back to school in like the longest. I wasn't even planning on going back to school, but sometimes with changes in the economy, sometimes in change, just maybe even just changes in passion. Like I figured if my if my position is not really something that could last, and I've seen that just personal experience, then I need to jump ship and I need to find something that can help me if this goes to the wayside. So I'm really like, actually what I'm going to school for is really something I'm interested in. So it's kind of like exciting at the same time, but scary, because I'm like, oh shit, I need to go back to, anyway. But it's a whole different field. So now I'll be dealing more with sorry, because I don't know why I'm not explaining what it is. Okay, so like what it actually is. So I'm interested in like massage therapy and aesthetics. That's something I've always been kind of a little bit interested in. So I'm kind of getting into both fields, and I'm really excited about it because it's something that I feel like at this point in my life, I've been in the field that I'm in right now for about like almost 7 years. So almost a decade. And I just think now is the time to pivot, like with everything going on. And like, I just feel like right now is the perfect time to pivot. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's where I'm at. I also want to run my own business. So it's just something that I've always been interested in. It goes along with what I am trying to do. And so I'm just really excited about getting into this. And, it's been kind of a drastic change. There's even a program I got into where I was supposed to move to the Midwest, and I literally, I'm putting that on hold, but it's not something that I'm saying it's not actually going to happen. So that one's on hold, and I kind of like have a whole year to kind of decide on that. So, which is kind of, the program I'm doing is a year. So that's why like I'm kind of excited about this. I just want to change. I want a change. I want something that makes me, like a job that makes me feel alive, a job where I have autonomy. And this is just kind of what the route I'm going in order to get that done, in order to get other things done as well. So, I've just been like kind of just like thinking about that, getting everything done, yeah, it's just been kind of like a whirlwind. But the reason I was like contemplating, should I do Wama's World, is because I was like, should I put all my focus onto that and then just like cut off the world? Like, I mean, essentially, I just feel like that's kind of, I don't think it's necessary. But I do have to make adjustment. Like, I know that, once I get into school, well, basically, I'm moving next week. Then the week after that, I'm going to Orlando for my birthday. Early birthday, because my birthday is really the end of July. That's why I always tell you guys I'm a Cancer Leo, because like I'm on the cusp. July 22nd. That's my birthday. So I'm going to Orlando. I'm going to go see my shosho, my grandmother, my cousin, my niece, my baby, well, she's not a baby anymore, but my niece. And so I'm really excited about that, and like it's gonna be fun, and I'm really, because I haven't seen them in a long time, so for me it's like, oh my god, like it's great, like birthday and family in one. That's like the best surprise for me. So yeah, we're getting like an Airbnb in Orlando, and just gonna have a good time, like just gonna have fun time with family, good vibes, and that's all I really need for my birthday, to tell you the truth. Good food, good vibes, good drink. That's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Once I come back from Orlando, straight to school. Like, straight. Like, that's when it begins. And I will be going to school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the full day on Saturday. The only days I have free is Friday and Sunday, and I will be working at the same time. So that's why I said, like, it's going to be very hard for me to, like, give my all to Wama's World, but I will give my best, if that makes sense. And try to include you guys in that journey, because it's going to be hectic. There are even some classes I'm really scared of, that, especially anatomy. Like, that one I'm scared of. Like, I am so good at chemistry. Like, I'm a pro. I don't have to read. I just do a bunch of problems. I'm like, okay, got it. Probably some of you guys didn't know that, but yeah, chemistry, kill it. Anything else? Because technically I don't really like reading. I don't like reading science. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. I like solving equations, solving problems, all that other stuff. I'm not good at like the biology stuff. Hell no, because I don't like reading. I used to like reading. I think after you've been in school for a while, like, reading just becomes, I know some people like reading, but like, I did it for school. And in terms of reading, excuse me, I think I can read like articles. Like, I'm good at reading. Like, I love reading articles, and I was the type of person, like, I would kind of like take my dad's newspaper and read the newspaper. I like things like that. But reading like an actual textbook, I'm like, I don't know whether I have like ADD or something, but I just can't focus. So it's like, actually this career would be great for me, because it's like, they were saying people who have trouble focusing, like, this is something that can really help you, because you're talking to people and like, working on them, and it's gonna be a different experience, because now this is more clinical, and that's, my Saturdays are my clinical days, so I don't really have time to go out per se and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna really have to give my time, just a year for that. And like, this ain't like medical school or anything, but it's like, it is a clinical job, so I really have to give my mind and soul to it, which was what the professor was saying. So yeah, so like, a lot's going on, a lot of movement, which I like, keeps me like grounded. But I think when it's movement towards something you're passionate about, like, you feel a bit different. So that's how I feel. This Saturday, I will be going out with one of my friends, which I'm really happy about. So that's the only plan I have for today. I'm really gonna be working and packing for this weekend. Like, that's my life right now. I'll be working and packing. Sending my job my address, so that they know I'm going somewhere else, and like, it's just so much going on. So I can't really, Yeah, it's just a lot going on. But I will try to be consistent with Woman's World as much as I can. I will give my best. And it's just kind of like I will try to give my best. I'm not going to try and do this thing where I don't post for like 3 weeks because that's ridiculous. I really should post every week. It's not that hard. Well, it is kind of hard, but not really. At least once a week. Yeah, I should do that. I'm not going to say whether it's Monday through Friday, or sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But I think the best way to go about it for me is to post every week, but not to say a specific day. So that way you guys are not, maybe it'll just be more of a surprise. We'll say that. But yeah, that's all I really had to say for today. I'm really excited about just going out on Saturday. This weekend or this week, like I just came back. We were like, I was like setting up my place and stuff like that. And so that was kind of, I didn't get the exact place I wanted. I wanted a loft because I did want natural lighting, like when I do filming. I did want that. But it's okay. I got something else instead, and it's still good. And it's still, you still get a good amount of lighting and everything like that. It's not a loft, but I like it. It's a nice place. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to new, and yeah. But besides that, guys, stay woke, stay blessed. Don't get into any trouble. Stay away from people who don't have your best interest at heart, aka your enemies. Pray for them, but stay away from them. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I haven't said. Oh, dating. Yeah, I did say I was going to talk about dating. Dating, that's all that's what I'm doing on the side, Like I think what's happened with me is because I've become a little bit like work focused. I'm like, I need to do this, and the third. But I always tell myself like now I need to, because I wouldn't say I'm like J-Lo. I'd say I'm like J-Lo in the sense of, I love love. Like, and I think that is something that I know about myself. I've accepted that about myself. It's not a bad thing, but sometimes when you love a lot, sometimes you fantasize. And sometimes you kind of lose logic. And I think what's been happening now is that I've really been proceeding with logic. I don't really I don't have that, what's it called, that, I call it like a bubble brain. I don't have a bubble brain when it comes to love anymore. I'm more realistic. I'm more logical. And so that's why I don't jump too much into things, because I started feeling like I was like, man, I'm like a relationship person. I'm always in a relationship. Like always, I always feel like I need to be in a relationship. And I realized that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing if you always feel like you need to be in a relationship. It's just kind of like, try to be in a relationship with yourself sometimes. Like it's okay. It's not like the end of the world. So I think that's why I'm kind of been more like just being with me. And honestly, like even being back here, haven't really hung out with people. I like my old people, or people that I used to hang out with. I don't hang out with them anymore. I'm really much more have like 2 or 3 friends that are new, and I just kind of hang out with them. And it's kind of like when you're just in a different mind space. Like sometimes you can't hang around those same people you used to hang around, because it's like now your mind space is completely different. The things that you gave, attention to, you're like, I don't give a shit about that anymore. Wait, who's that? Even people, you're like, I don't care about their lives. I don't care what's going on in their lives. I really don't give a shit. Like, I'm so into what I'm doing. I don't even have the capacity to even think about that. Or shit, I haven't thought about this person in years. Like that's where my mind is. So like, it's kind of, yeah, I'm just in a different headspace. So, but going to my orientation this week, it felt right. It felt like I'm going in the right direction. I really am into this, but I'm not going to put dating to the wayside. Like, I love love. I'm always going to be that type of chick. And remember, like I said, I'm a Cancer Leo. I know JLo's a Leo, but like she's in that range of Cancer Leo. Cancer Leo starts from like the 21st, I believe, to like the 26th. Even someone like Selena Gomez, actually, me and her are like literally July 22nd. We were born the same day. But it's just like that's how I am when it comes, that's how I was when it came to relationships. I always want to be in a relationship. I always want to be, but it's like, that's just, it's because I had like fantasies about the first moments of love. It's just like anyway, I feel like I'm spilling too much tea. But yeah, that's how I'm like a die hard for the honeymoon phase. I guess you could say that. But lately I've just been kind of more very, very logical, very much realistic about whether someone is right for me or not. Like, I don't really, and that's why I kind of said, like, I haven't really been talking about dating, but like, I have been dating on the side and like trying, going out on dates, pushing myself to do that while trying to do what my passion is. And it's kind of like, I'm not the type to waste time if like I just don't feel like this is a match. I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, moving on. And I just go about that and go towards my work. Like, I don't have time to waste with people. And even bad friendships, like, I don't have to, I will cut you off like nobody's business, and I will not feel a thing. I will sleep very well at night knowing that you're no longer a part of my life, because I have to think about my future. Like, I don't have time to, I don't have time for people to waste my time. That makes sense. And when you get older, you realize that, like, you just don't have that time. Because, time is short, time is sweet. You don't want people, wasting it. You don't want people tampering with it. You just, yeah, you don't want, and the thing is, the most important thing in life is to really keep your mind clear. Keep it clear. And if that means like taking out certain things in your life, whether that be, people, substances, alcohol, drinking, whatever it is, like, that's what you have to do. That means you have discipline. That means you know what the hell you're doing and where you're trying to go. Like, you will cut things out because you don't have a choice. So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. But yeah, I am dating. No one in particular. I'm just going on dates and just seeing where the cards lie. That's where I'm at. But I'm not like, how do you say it? I don't romanticize or make a fantasy in my head about somebody anymore prior to going on a date, or like when I get with someone and it's going really well. Like, I'm really just there like, okay, this is going well, but I'm logical about it. Like, I move different, and sometimes that takes time, it does take time. And we're also dealing with another generation. Like, my parents are from a completely different generation. So going out into the world, maybe I was seeing things differently. Like, maybe I was seeing an old school way of thinking, which isn't bad. I've talked to people about this, but it's not bad. But it's like the world we live in now. It's like a lot of people didn't really grow up what you would call like old school. Yeah, I don't want to get disrespectful, but like, it's a different world out there. And the thing is, the way I was raised may not be the way somebody else was raised. And I just have to remember that. That's just the way it is. Yeah. Sorry, I could go really far deep into that, but I feel like I would end up saying something I regret. So, um, yeah, I'll end up saying something I regret. So I'm gonna keep it short, keep it sweet. So that is all I have for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay woke, stay blessed. And I will check in with you guys next week. Do I know what time? I know what place, but do I know what time? No. But I will check in with you guys. So let me get back to packing. Let me get back to working. I hate packing. Probably one of my worst things is I hate packing. I don't like packing. I love unpacking, but I don't like packing. But anyway, I will see you guys next week. See ya.